folks, Tristan back with another video here, and I wanted to do a quick video review of the Apple HomePod Minis. I know I'm a little bit late to the game with these, but I recently got a pair of HomePod Minis and set them up as a stereo pair on my computer system, and I've been really impressed with them. Surprisingly, they sound really great for being such small speakers. So as you can see, this is the left one here. I've got, again, them set up as a stereo pair, so one on the left and one on the right. And one of the things is this built-in speaker on the Mac Studio there is really pretty terrible. It's only really good for system alerts and stuff like that. But if you try to play any kind of audio like YouTube or a podcast or anything like that, it sounds really bad. But with the addition of the HomePod Minis, that problem is completely solved because you can AirPlay the audio from your web browser like YouTube or from the podcast app or just your whole computer audio to the HomePod Mini stereo pair, and it sounds really great for the size speakers that they are. And you might say, well, why don't I use my main speakers there? These are the Yamaha HS5s, which I will be doing a review on pretty soon. Well, I don't always want to have those on. Sometimes the computer's not even on. Sometimes I want to just AirPlay music to, in the room, or listen to the news or something like that. And that's where the HomePod Minis come in. So sometimes I don't want to have the whole audiophile system set up or set on, and I just want to play like a quick video on YouTube or something like that. And that's really where the HomePod Minis are very, very useful. Furthermore, sometimes the computer's not even on and I just want to hear the news, and I can ask Siri, via the HomePod Minis just to play me the news, tell me the weather, tell me a joke. You can even provide some ambient sound to the room, like I can ask Siri to play me like some waterfall sounds or sounds of a river or something like that, and that's really nice as well. So it has a lot of added features, all the features that Siri can do, which I'm not going to go completely into in this video because there's a lot. There's a lot of information that Siri can give you and a lot of things that it can do. It has a lot of information aside from just being able to play music. Now Apple sells the HomePod Mini individually, I think for $99, but if you get two, you can set it up as I have it set up here as a stereo pair, and that's really what I would recommend if you're going to use them at all for music. Just because, especially if I'm sitting at a desk or even just being in the room, I don't like hearing the music from a single point. It does kind of fill the room with music, but I kind of prefer to have stereo. So that's why I got two and set it up as a stereo pair. And if you're playing music on it, that's kind of what I would recommend you do as well. But I've been very impressed with the audio quality and music quality out of the HomePod Minis, that I've been able to get, given that they're such a small little speaker. The way Apple actually does that is they use the built-in microphones on the HomePods to analyze the audio that's coming out of the speaker, out of the HomePod Mini, and automatically adjusts like hundreds of times per second. So each and every second, hundreds of times, it's automatic. It's analyzing and adjusting the audio for the optimal audio quality out of them, which is really, if you think about it, is pretty impressive. So, these little speakers never crackle or anything like that, or never sort of distort, even when you turn them up really, really loud. And it just has a really nice sound to them. Very clear, given the fact that they're a small little, speaker. And, music is quite listenable on them for sure. Now, granted, they're not going to sound as good as my main speakers, for sure, when playing music. So when doing critical listening and things like that, I will definitely turn to the main system and the main speakers for that. But again, for doing things like your random YouTube video or podcast or things like that, or if you just want to hear some music in the background, I'm using the HomePod Minis quite a lot for that, and I'm using them actually a lot more than I thought I would. So I'm very impressed with them, and I do highly recommend them. They come in several colors. As you can see, these are white, and they're not like a stark white, as you can see here. They're more of a sort of grayish white, which is kind of nice. And so they're not super bright, if you're wondering about that. But they come in a black color, which is more of a dark chocolate gray. And they also come in orange and I think a blue and one other color as well. And it's really quite nice having them as a separate audio, mechanism connected to my Mac here, because I don't always have to have the speakers powered on and my, audiophile, setup powered on here. And I can just always have audio. And again, my monitor, which is the Apple Pro Display XDR, doesn't have any speakers or anything on them at all. And again, the speaker built into the Mac Studio there is absolutely horrible. It's just abysmal. So this really kind of helps bridge that gap when I don't want to have the main speakers, powered up. And also check the description field. I will post an affiliate link to where you can get the HomePod Mini on Amazon for a good price. And with that, let me go ahead and leave you with Siri telling a joke through the HomePod Mini. I'm not going to say the activation word so that it won't affect your Siri if you have Siri, so I will kind of blank that out. So just note that I'm going to blank that out in this video, but let me put the microphone down here. I've got the lavalier mic here. And let's go ahead and leave you with a little joke or something. Hey Siri. Tell me a joke.
Okay, this one's a little bit punny. What do chickens play in the pool? Marco Pollo?
Okay. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.